So good.
Honorable Chief Minister of Goa, Dr. Pramod Sawant, respected Chief Secretary Dr. Kannavillu,
50 people.
President of the Chamber, Mrs. Doan, former President of the Chamber, Mr. Nitin Bukolikal, Rohan, President of the CRIDAI, members of the CRIDAI team as well, officers of the Registration Department, esteemed guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. A very good afternoon to all of you. It is my proud privilege to extend a warm welcome to each one of you on the occasion of the launch of Anywhere registration system under the NGDRS. Your gracious presence today is a testimony to our shared commitment towards making governance more efficient, more transparent, and above all, more citizen-centric. Today is not merely the launch of another software module or another digital platform. It is the launch of a new philosophy in public service delivery. A philosophy that recognizes that government systems must adapt to the convenience of the citizen, rather than expecting the citizen to adapt to the convenience of the government. For decades, registration of documents has remained as one of the most important public services provided by the state. Whether one purchases a home, transfers ancestral property, creates a mortgage, executes a settlement deed, or registers any instrument affecting valuable rights, the registration department plays a crucial role in giving legal sanctity and public authenticity to those transactions. The Registration Act of 1908 has stood the test of time for well over a century. While the legal principles contained in the legislation continue to remain relevant, the manner in which those services are delivered must necessarily evolve with changing technology and the increasing expectations of our citizens. It is with this vision of our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji, and our Honorable Chief Minister, Dr. Pramod Sawant ji, that the Government of Goa has introduced the Anywhere registration system, finally fulfilling the budget assurance made by our Honorable Chief Minister in the financial year 2025-26. This initiative is simply not about digitization. It is about accessibility, flexibility, efficiency, and transparency. Until now, the place where a document could be registered was largely determined by the territorial jurisdiction in which the property was situated. Citizens had a very limited choice. Regardless of the workload of the office, the distance involved, or the waiting time, parties were required to approach a particular registration office based solely upon territorial limits. Every one of us knows that while the law may prescribe jurisdiction, the citizen experiences inconvenience. People often take leave from work, senior citizens travel long distances, families coordinate multiple schedules, professionals wait for appointments. Sometimes even a small procedural delay leads to postponement of an important financial transaction or an auspicious occasion. The Anywhere registration system seeks to address all these very practical difficulties. Under this system, any person can now present and register a document at any registration office within the district in which the property is situated. This may sound a small administrative reform, but in reality, it represents a significant transformation in public administration. It changes the focus from the office convenience to citizens' convenience. Allow me to briefly highlight the key features of this initiative. First, and perhaps the most visible reform, is the change in jurisdictional flexibility. Earlier, registration was effectively confined to the taluka having jurisdictional territorial jurisdiction over the property. Now, the citizen is no longer confined to a single office. Any registration office within the district becomes available. This provides flexibility without compromising the legal framework governing registration. The second important feature is freedom of office selection. Instead of the system deciding where the citizen must go, the citizen now decides which office is most convenient. This may be based on proximity, or it may be based on appointment availability, or it may even be based upon the speed with which a particular registration office is able to process registrations. This introduces a healthy administrative balance where workload can naturally be distributed itself among registration offices, leading to better utilization of public resources. The third reform is one that may not always be visible to the public, but is perhaps one of the most significant improvements from an administrative perspective, and that is enhanced scrutiny workflow. Traditionally, minimal information used to be entered at the initial stage, leaving substantial verification and correction to be done during the final stages of registration. The new system changes the approach completely. It requires comprehensive and structured data capture before the formal scrutiny begins. As a result, errors are detected much earlier, data quality improves, verification becomes faster, the overall registration process becomes more accurate and reliable. In governance, accuracy is not merely an administrative objective, it is a safeguard against future disputes. The fourth important reform relates to record custody. Previously, records remained linked to the territorial office where the jurisdiction existed. Under Anywhere registration system, custody shifts to the office where the document is actually presented and registered. This creates administrative clarity and ensures that the responsibility for maintenance of records rests with the office that has actually processed the transaction. Finally, the fifth reform concerns property location tracking. The revised registration numbering system incorporates the property location code as well as the registration office code. To an ordinary citizen, this may appear to be just a technical modification. However, the administrators, legal professionals, financial institutions, and for future retrieval of records, this becomes an extremely valuable and significant improvement. It enhances traceability. It simplifies identification. It strengthens the integrity of land records. Ladies and gentlemen, what is truly remarkable about this initiative is that each of the 5 individual reforms may appear modest in isolation, but when all these reforms come together, they fundamentally change the citizen's experience, reduces travel, greater flexibility, faster processing, improved accuracy, better transparency, and enhanced accountability. These are precisely the hallmarks of good governance. This initiative also reflects the larger vision of our PM and our Honorable CM of Digital India and the growing emphasis on technology-enabled governance.
Yeah, I'm fine. Wishing you happy Guru Purnima.
Technology, however, should never become an end in itself. Technology must ultimately serve people. Its success is measured not by sophistication of the software, but by the simplicity of citizens' experience. The Anywhere registration embodies precisely that philosophy. As public servants, we constantly remind ourselves that governance is not measured merely by the policies announced, but by the services successfully delivered. Every minute saved for a citizen is time returned to productive life. Every unnecessary visit to a government office avoids and reduces burden on families. Every simplified procedure strengthens public confidence in government institutions. That is true value of our administrative reform. At this juncture, I would like to thank our Honorable Chief Minister, Dr. Pramod Sawant, for his support and dedicated commitment, our Chief Secretary for his continued guidance, and would also like to place on record our sincere appreciation to all those who have contributed towards making this initiative a reality. The officers of the Registration Department, the State Registrar, the ITG and his team, especially the Nodal Officer, Mr. Praveen Walvatkar, the NIC team headed by Mr. Dattar, and a special appreciation to Mr. Shivraman, and the other technical experts from Pune as well, and every member of my implementation team deserve my heartfelt gratitude and congratulations. Reforms of this nature require not only technological expertise, but also institutional commitment, meticulous planning, and continuous coordination. Their efforts have made today's launch possible. Ladies and gentlemen, as we formally launch this initiative today, let us remember that every reform ultimately derives its value from the confidence it inspires in its people whom it serves. I am confident that the Anywhere registration will significantly improve the ease of doing business, facilitate property transactions, strengthen public trust, and contribute meaningfully towards the building of a more efficient and responsive administration. And as our Honorable Chief Minister affectionately puts it, आमच्या लोकांक हाजे फुडें रजिस्ट्रेशना बद्दल कसलीच भिवपाची गरज ना. On this occasion, I once again extend my heartfelt welcome to all of you. With these few words, I wish and hope that the Anywhere registration system under NGDRS becomes another shining example of how technology, good governance, and public service can come together to improve the lives of our citizens as envisaged by our Honorable Chief Minister Dr. Pramod Sawant. Thank you very much. God bless. Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, sir, for those warm welcome words for our chief guest and all the dignitaries present over here and also who are attending on VC. To invoke the blessings of Almighty and to establish the victory of knowledge, wisdom and truth, may I request Honorable Chief Minister of Goa, Dr. Pramod Sawant, sir, along with Kondavalu, sir, Chief Secretary, Government of Goa, Law Secretary and Inspector General of Registration, Shri Sandeep Chekis, sir, Collector, North Goa, South Goa, Kushavati District, Pratima ma'am, Rajesh Sheth, sir, then Samir Datar, sir, Nitin Kukarkar, sir, to kindly light the lamp. या कुंडेन्दु तुषारहार धवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्कर प्रभृतिभिर्देवस्य दावन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाढ्यापहा. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. May this light inspire us to strive for excellence in innovation and e-governance. Thank you, everyone. We now arrive at the most important moment of today's function, that is digital inauguration of our new registration system, that is Anywhere registration within the district. May I request Honorable Chief Minister of Goa, Dr. Pramod Sawant, sir, to kindly inaugurate it.
Commissioner Secretary Revenue, District Collectors, Chairperson of the Goa Chamber of Commerce, and all other presidents of various industrial associations and business bodies. Okay, this is a very important and momentous occasion. It's like, as Neil Armstrong said, a small step for an individual, a giant leap for mankind. So it is such a momentous occasion. So this is the time which everyone was waiting for, all the citizens, the business associations, etc. Because whenever we interacted with the industry bodies or like that, this was one of the issues which was coming up. Getting registered, getting deed registration was an issue because getting time slots was a problem, and there was a long queue, and you cannot make the queue system also. So because of that, a lot of business decisions were also getting delayed. So, and even during the SLBC meeting, these particular banks also used to raise this issue whenever they used to go for mortgages. They never used to get that particular time slot, and because of that, they could not disburse the loan to the beneficiaries on time. So, it also, I want to give a small background in during 2024, when the during the parliament election time, there was a heavy backlog of documents in two sub-registries, especially Panjim and Mapsa. So this led to the system actually broke down at that stage. The documents were not getting registered because of that panic. It also created a panic in the system. The advocates were filing multiple documents, 4 or 5 in the name of different names or using different methods. So it clogged the system, and the system broke down. At that time, our Honorable Chief Minister gave a direction that this issue should be resolved. And during those multiple discussions, we found out that there are certain sub-register offices where they do not have proper load, and the machinery is underutilized. And so we took several measures at this time as a short gap arrangement to tide over the situation. A lot of applications were tweaked so that the registration process could be faster. And one such idea was this, to have a anywhere registration. And we gave this idea to the Honorable Chief Minister, and he was very well, he appreciated this, and he gave the clear go ahead, and we are here today because of that particular decision. And during the last 2 years, in every finance review meeting, and Chief Minister used to be very particular on this particular issue. So because from the finance point of view, we see, if the deeds are not getting registered, revenue is getting stuck up, businesses cannot go forward, revenue to the government is affected. So it creates a very vicious cycle. So in order to break this cycle, this particular initiative has been taken. It is a very important measure. So, and this also breaks another silo. Previously, the citizen never used to have any options. If a property is located in particular Taluka X, he has to go there. Now that particular silo is broken, and the choice goes to him. He can get his deed registered anywhere in the sub-register offices within the district. So, in that way, it is very citizen-centric, and the citizen is made the centerpiece of this particular initiative. And as we see, as the Honorable Prime Minister used to say, cooperative federalism and competitive federalism. Competitive federalism, states used to compete with each other. Now we have taken this thing to the departmental levels. Here, the sub-register officers have to compete with each other to be in the reckoning. So a sub-register office which does the registration effectively, people will certainly go to that particular sub-registry, otherwise it will be ranked inferior. So that is the thing. So with this particular initiative coming into focus, I request all the stakeholders to make best use of it, and I hope this particular initiative which is rolled out will bring transparency, improved efficiency, and also better government services, public services to the general public. So thank you very much, and I once again thank our Honorable Chief Minister for solidly standing behind this initiative. And because of this, we are here today, and then this particular application is being rolled out. I also want to thank the NIC team, ITGA, for taking a lot of efforts, because in every meeting, we used to grill them, and then we used to sometimes use harsh words for them, and we are sorry for that, but now it has ended in a very positive note, and I compliment the NIC and ITG team for this successful initiative. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for sharing your views and thoughts. It's my